Hello students, let us study a chapter in civics, that is government. First of all, what we are going to learn in this chapter, that is we are going to learn the meaning and types of government. Now let us study the meaning of government. So, why we should have a government? To ensure, to ensure or to provide, in order to provide or ensure comfortable and happy life to whom? To people of a nation. A systematic administration is needed. Why government is important? In order to ensure or provide a comfortable, happy life to people of a nation. A systematic administration is needed. Now, what is a government? It is an organization that has the legal sanction to run the administration is called government. So, what is government, children? It is an organization that has legal sanction to run the administration is called government. This institution means government has a responsibility to formulate laws and implement them in order to ensure order and peace in the life of the citizens. So, government brings peace in the life of the citizens. Now, let us study the types of government. There are many types of government. The following are the three important types of government wherein that is democratic government, dictatorial government, communist government. So, which are the three important governments we are going to learn now? That is democratic government, dictatorial government, communist government. Now, let us study the three different types of government one by one. First, we shall take the democratic government. What is democratic government? Democratic government is a type of government. It is a type of government. It functions through how the democratic government function. It functions through the elected representatives of the people. So, we are going to elect the representatives, leaders of the people. Since people rule themselves through their representatives, this is called as people's government. Who is going to elect the representative? People itself elect the representatives. So, people rule themselves through their representative and it is called as what? People's government. The freedom that people have to choose their representatives is a basic trait of democracy. So, democracy is a system that ensures individual freedom, freedom of expression. What a type of individual freedom? That is freedom of expression and freedom of forming associations. It also facilitates the relationship between the individual and the state. And Abraham Lincoln has quoted here. What he has quoted? He said that democracy is a government of the people, by the people and for the people. So, how the democracy is formed? It is formed of the people, by the people and for the people. So, this is about what? Democratic government. So, we are having three important organs. We have three organs in the government. You all have studied. That is legislature, executive and judiciary. So, these are the three different organs of our government where three different organ functions in three different ways. How these organs functions? Legislature forms the law. Legislature, that means forms the law. Executive implements the formed laws. It executes whether it is functioning or working. So, and who will punish this if they are not following the laws? The judiciary deals with the issues of justice. Now let us study the fundamental principles. What are the fundamental principles of democracies? There are 9 fundamental principles of democracy. So let us have a glance through it. So first one is freedom. What fundamental principle we have? Freedom you have. Freedom is a basic tenet of free democracy, and citizens have freedom to vote, participate in governance, express their opinions, and travel in the nation. They also have right to participate in social functions and gatherings. They also have many other freedoms. Nobody can stop them by doing also. Second one, equality. Democracy is based on the belief that all are equal. It facilitates equal opportunity for all. It says that there is equal opportunity for all. It considers all equal irrespective of caste, creed, race, language, sex and financial status like poor and rich. Third one, that is fraternity. Fraternity means all are one. Fraternity means all are one irrespective of different languages, caste, creed, religion, race and other things. The sense of oneness is fraternity. Democracy fosters fraternity. The fourth one, welfare of all. Democracy aims at establishing welfare state where the citizens can achieve development politically, economically and socially. Fifth, government of the people. So, democracy is a government by the people. The representatives elected by the people in the elections that are held as per schedule run by the government, according to the schedule run by the government, and the administration is run in accordance to the will of the people. So first the people should will, and if the elected representatives fails to run the administration as per the will of the people, they would lose power in the next election. So always the administration should be for the people. Sixth one, majority government. In a democratic system, many political parties contest in the elections. What they do, many political party will participate, contest in the election. Among them, the party which gets the highest number of representatives forms the government and run the administration. Seventh one, opportunity for public criticism. So, democracy ensures freedom of speech and expressions. Therefore, the people have the right to review and criticize the policies and programs of the government. Therefore, the government needs to manage to work properly, and democracy gives importance to public opinion. Eighth one, decentralization of power. Decentralization of power is another principle of democracy. The power is distributed among the central, state and local self-governments. How the powers have been distributed here? It is distributed among the central, state government and local self-governments. The centralized administration fails to grasp the needs of people at local levels. And also people cannot have their voice heard in the centralized system. And the last principles of democracy is adult franchise system. So what is adult franchise systems? So elections are inevitable to form the democratic government. So it is inevitable to form what type of government? Democratic government. Elections are held on the basis of adult franchise. How elections are done? On the basis of adult franchise. Citizens who are 18 years of age and above take part and vote in the elections. Democracy aspires for the better government through this method. So, the citizen who can vote here, citizen who are 18 and above can take part in the vote and elect the representatives. You can see the picture in the textbook, the polling booth, how the people are going to vote for in the elections, how they are standing in a queue and do their duty there. So these are the different fundamental principles of democracies. So which are 9 principles are there? First one is freedom, equality, fraternity, welfare of all, government of the people, majority government, opportunity for public criticism, decentralization of power, and adult franchise systems. So this is all about the democratic government as well as the fundamental principles of the government. So the other part, the second type of government, we shall study in the part 2 video. Hope children you have followed this lesson, the first part. Thank you.